Hi clients and friends, Mike Brady here. This is my first quarter review, my second quarter preview. I'm doing this on April 1st, although you're not watching it on April 1st. I have to send it through compliance, get approval, but you're going to get it as quickly as possible. First, let's do a review. First quarter, all the unmanaged stock market indexes were up. The volatility was down. I'm going to throw a couple of charts up here if you want to look at them. They're right there. The VIX is down to 17. Which is the volatility index. You can see how it's gone down over the last year. I said at the back in January, at the beginning of the year, this was going to be a difficult year, and I still contend that that's going to be the case. The first quarter, it was down for the first 6 weeks or so, and then it kind of slowly came back up the last 6 weeks or so. Difficult to me does not mean that the market is definitely going to go down. It just means it's going to be a hard trend to follow. If you knew that the market was going to go up, you're in. If the market you knew was going to go down, you just avoid it. The more difficult markets are those that are hard to read one way or the other, and that's why I believe that 2010 is going to be a difficult year overall for the stock markets. I also said last quarter that Euro banks were going to have problems and municipal bonds were going to have problems. European banks and the whole European Union continues to have problems with Greece. With the euro itself is having a very difficult time, and that's going to continue to play out in 2010. The same thing with municipals. It's going to continue to play out, I believe, in the next 6, 12, and 18 months. Look back at the previous video for an explanation of that. The municipal bonds were basically flat to up just a little bit as a general category. I'm a little surprised by that for this past quarter. But one quarter does not a crisis make, but I think that is going to be something to really watch out for going forward. Commodities, I'm not a commodities trader. Hopefully you don't get that impression from me, but I do think that oil has reverberating effects in all of the economy, and oil is probably going to go up over the next year. The demand for it is just really quite large. Also, I think gold is something that if you're going to have, make it a very small percentage, but if, in my opinion, we have inflation going forward, gold might be a certain percentage to have in your portfolio. But really, please make it a very small, because it can be all over the place from a volatility point of view. Preview for the next quarter, and perhaps I'll just throw in for the rest of the year. Inflation, I think, is going to start slowly creeping up. So bonds and bond funds are something to watch out for. They're not bad. As a matter of fact, I think they're good to have. However, you've got to watch out for the duration. The longer the duration, the more the interest rates are going to affect it. About 6 weeks ago, Bernanke mentioned that he was going to keep in the toolbox his ability to increase rates this year, and I just frankly think that that's going to be the case, and that will be that will have an effect. The market, I think, is probably going to be down for the second quarter, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, we've got to continue to have a well-diversified position in the quarter, but it's my opinion that as inflation starts to go up, there's going to be kind of a run from it. There's lots of cash on the sidelines, I get that. However, in my opinion, this next quarter is probably going to be down. So we'll see in 3 months whether or not I was right or not. That does not mean, once again, that you throw everything into CDs or the mattress or some cash. It does mean that you just kind of watch it, look at your exposure to the stock market, and ensure that you're not overexposed. Perhaps I'll do a future video about why I think mid-cap is a good sector to be in, but for now, I do believe that in general the stock market, the equity market, is going to be something that will go down. That's it. That's it for my review and preview. My name is Mike Brady. My company is Generosity Wealth Management. I am a registered rep with QA3 Financial. My phone number 303-747-6455. You have a wonderful week.